my weekly spot right here, same exact space, just looking out to the distance, meditating and thinking, visualizing and planning ahead for the next week, right here. So as I said, I'm here by Cardiff Bay, just meditating and visualizing my goals and then writing them down. That's what I've done here, as you can see. So I have my winter semester goals to test 3 products at once, every 1 to 2 weeks, change them if no results. And for year 3 and 4 uni, work if necessary over the holidays and do organic until 100k profit after tax. And then once we've done 100k profit, I'm going to pay off my parents' mortgage and loans. I'm going to get a tattoo of that date on my right arm, and then the rest of the money I'm going to buy myself a new laptop, MacBook Pro probably, and then I'm going to start paid ads and private label here, as you can see. And with that I can scale the brands that I start to 500k profit after tax at least. And once I do that, as you can see, I'm going to move to a fancy apartment here, 2 or 3 bedroom, somewhere here in this area, in this part of Cardiff. And yeah, 250, okay, of that 500k profit, this is just a general plan, but I've put 250k will go to various investments that I make, 150k into lifestyle, so you know, buying nice clothes, nice watches, nice yeah, just lifestyle. 100k for living costs, so that's like rent and bills and food and drink. And then from there on I can basically go to $1 million plus profits and above. And obviously this may take years. I'm not saying it's going to all happen in a month or 2 months, maybe 5 years the minimum. But from there on I can move to a Dubai apartment, somewhere in Dubai, just an apartment, not a mansion or anything, straight away. And then later, as I've wrote here, my dream is to live in the Palm with all the other econ guys, econ millionaires and other entrepreneurs, in a massive mansion overlooking the Palm, like I have here, basically almost identical, more or less, you know what I mean, it resembles it to me. So yeah, that's basically the result of my session today. I came in here and I began meditating for 15-20 minutes, closed my eyes and just focused on the peace around me. And when I opened my eyes, it was like a whole nother world in front of me. I felt so peaceful, so happy, and it was a great session, honestly. I don't regret coming here. Now I have a 6k run back home, and I have, yeah, it's getting dark now, so yeah, great day. So guys, I just want to film this quick video, something that I wanted to share while walking back from my lecture today. So I had a 2-hour lecture, as I usually do in the afternoon, and it just got me thinking, because I was at the same time during the lecture watching digital sovereignty episode of Iman Gadzhi, someone that I follow a lot. And yeah, basically in my lecture I was looking around at all the people, like 20-ish of us, and then also because of various conversations I've had with people asking me what I want to do after uni and what area of maths interests me in regards to a project I have to do next year. And got me thinking, do these people, are they aware that after all this work that they do over these 3-4 years, most of them will be making they'll find a job that they'll be making 30k a year at the most. Some lucky people who network well and find good opportunities could be making up to 50k a year at the start, and over the next 10 years they might transition to even higher roles that pay 100k a year. Bearing in mind, I come from up north in Sheffield in the UK, where that is basically unimaginable for most people. Like most people, most adults I've known, people I've grown up with, they don't make more than 30, 40k a year, maybe 50, certain individuals. But even on the scale of the UK, 100k a year is what? And that's like the top 1%. And it's crazy. This is the crazy thing that I want to share. And me with my ecom, with my just the basic TikTok organic model, that by blowing up a few TikToks, I could be making literally the exact amount of money, the exact same amount of money, hundreds of K, tens of thousands of pounds, hundreds of thousands of pounds, over the course of a month or two. That's the yearly salary of the top 1% in the UK. And I'm talking advanced mathematicians, advanced accountants, advanced lawyers, advanced financial advisors. All these people who have sacrificed years of their life to achieve academic success, to then get this amazing role, they're going to be making the same amounts and less than me, a 21-year-old who's just posting TikToks of random products. Just think about that for a second. For me, that just doesn't make sense. And it's literally a cheat code, a hack, cheat code in the system of the world, a hack. And I don't think people realize just how crazy this is. And they're willing to sacrifice 8 years of studying, of hard, intense work to get paid less than a fucking 16-year-old kid who just gets good at filming TikToks, and now he never has to work again for the rest of his life. And people have to tell themselves, I've thought about this myself and I've heard people say it, these people aren't providing any value to society. Okay, here's the thing, what's the alternative? You work for some company and provide value to that company who doesn't give a single shit about you or your existence or your happiness or your freedom. So you're providing your value, your entire life to this company. It literally gives you nothing in return. No respect, a minimal paycheck, no freedom, no ability to travel the world whenever you want, however you want. No time freedom. You have to go to your shift at this time and leave at that time. And for me, I don't care if I'm not providing value to society by what I'm doing. For me, the most important thing is giving a happy life and the rest of life to my family, to my grandparents, to my aunties, uncles, above all to my parents and to my brother. Giving them complete freedom of life, that they never have to work again. Giving myself the freedom to be wherever I want, location freedom, do whatever I like whenever I want, time freedom, and be able to buy whatever I want whenever I want, financial freedom. And all of that can be achieved not by studying a 4-year maths degree, but looking for an internship over summer at various financial firms, and then getting a job as a startup somewhere in a financial firm making 30k a year that these people boast about. And then after 5 years of that, I get promoted and I get 45k a year. But at the same time, I have to do these 40 to 80 hour shifts a week. I have to go out, get on the tube if I'm in London, or get on the train to go there and come back. And I'm basically trading my life and my freedom to then brag to people that I'm providing value to us, to society, to this company, and then to show off to people, wow, because of my maths degree, I've got this amazing job. But I don't care about my degree. I don't care about any of this, because I know that it's all a scam because of what I'm saying here. Whereby me mastering this skill, which by all means is extremely difficult and most people won't make it, by mastering this skill of, for me now, posting TikToks of products and making them viral, and then getting that traffic into my store and making money, making sales. If I master this skill before I even graduate, I can be making tens of thousands of pounds a week profit. And that's literally 10 times as much money as I would be making after 5 years of hard work in what they want me to do. And that's why when someone was asking me what are my plans for next year, I said, well, I'm doing my project so I can graduate. And then whenever people ask me, what are your plans for after uni? I've always lied to them. I've never said anything. I've just made up a random, generic, arbitrary job and said that this is the sort of field I want to be in. But because I've not got any success yet, so I can't say, oh, I own a business, I own a company. But over time, that's what I'll be saying, because it's something to say to deter people off from going any further and asking you to elaborate any further. The point of this is, when I was listening in my lecture, the second half of the lecture, to the digital sovereignty in my earphones, it got me thinking. Everything he says is completely true. None of us have any freedom here. I don't have any freedom in this degree, right? Because luckily I don't have to work a job at the same time, only over summer, but I have to turn up to lectures at this time, bring my notes, and for 2 hours I have to give my complete attention and focus to writing down notes to an arbitrary subject that doesn't even play any points in real life. It's just concepts and theories, and even if it did, it's nothing related to me that will help me make money. And I have to spend 6 hours a day in these lectures, come home, spend another 2-3 hours writing down answers to the problem sheets to submit or revising. The truth is, I don't do any of that. I come home, apart from my training, that I've put my training level in the gym down because I want to focus on this, but I film basically TikToks all day, and I'm trying to be as disciplined as possible with filming as many TikToks every day and testing as many products at once, because if I test 3 products a day at once, posting 2 pieces of content a day for them, because it takes a while, because I want to make the best quality videos that outcompete all other people doing the same thing. And that's a good 3-4 hours a day on just posting TikToks. And then there's another hour a day where I'm constantly scrolling on my other TikTok accounts to find new products. Then they'll be making websites, which I hate doing. Honestly, it's the worst part of this for me. I hate making websites. And then later on down the line, fulfilling orders, customer service, and it's a lot on the agenda. To doing a maths degree, and especially being in 3rd year while doing all of this, it's like, I don't think any other person could cope with this. They'd probably shoot themselves. And even with training in the gym every day and not having a social life, sacrificing that, it's a lot, honestly. So, but as I said, the whole point of this video is that whenever I feel like the position I'm at is shit, I look at the future and I look at the fact that within a year I could be making 10 times more than what all my course mates will be making in the next 10 years. I could be making that while still at university. It's just mind-boggling. It's literally, it doesn't make sense. And as I've said in one of my entrepreneur full-time job vlogs, I said that people say this is a scam. People say that rich people shouldn't exist, millionaires shouldn't exist because they're a scam. They're not. Basically, that it's unfair and it's unjust that some people live with so much financial, time and location freedom, and some people are slaves, subordinates, and they cannot do anything for themselves. But as I said, I don't think it's a scam. I don't think it's unfair. I think of course some people don't get this opportunity, but most people, if not everyone, has a way out. They just have to want it enough, put in the right work and be disciplined enough. So if only 0.1% of people stop being subordinates and become fully financially free and location and time free and become, as he said, sovereign, then they'll be the only ones, because they deserved it. They put in the work and they did what other people didn't want to do. So for me in this degree, it's really just about having the tick that I've done something. Like, honestly, my parents want me to finish this so I can be qualified and educated, but none of that's all bullshit for me. I could just quit now, but I've given 3 years of my life for this. I've given 40k in student loans, and I've given all the hard work. I might as well get, the tick the box, the check mark to say, okay, I've got a degree at least. I don't care about anything I've done in it though. I'm here running my own company and making obnoxious amounts of money every year. I was competing all my fellow graduates by miles, and above that, I get to travel when I want. I get to work when I want, how I want. If I want to go to Thailand for a month or two by myself or with some friends to just grind monk mode, I'll still be making the same amount of money, even more, than if I am locked here in an office. I don't need an office, but here in my house. But it's really a cheat code. But the fact is that I'm nowhere near that level. But I see all these things straight away now, and other people don't. Other people are like, they want to finish university, get a stable job, and once they've got stable income, they could think about some side hustles, but that's too late for me. Like, in my eyes, as I've written and said before on videos, if I'm not making enough money from ecom to provide the same amount as a full-time job by the time I graduate, that's in a year and a half, then in my eyes I'm fucked. That's like the minimum. Like, I can attain much more, but the minimum for me is before I graduate to be making a full-time living from this. So it's really about just putting in the right steps every day. And for me, the right steps every day are making sure my 2 videos for each product are out, posted, and looking for new ones. I don't have much more to say other than the digital sovereignty episode I watched was really my eye-opening, and it's like a whole turn from start to finish on his journey and all these big entrepreneurs I look up to, and I analyze everything they do and then apply it to my own life. But yeah, really, it's not unfair, it's not unjust that some people stay slaves their whole life. It is kind of down to luck though. So when I think about it, if you're born in, say, not the greatest family, that don't support you, you don't have internet connection, you're not allowed internet connection for whatever reason, and then you get forced to go to some job when you're older, and you're in a controlling relationship again, you don't get to keep any money, then I can see that in that kind of case, you can't really have a way out. But the truth is, we're here as when we become millionaires. In my eyes, I'm a millionaire right now. And whenever I meditate every day, I've got my vision board, I've got my personal notes as well. I say to myself that I am a millionaire. I do live in Dubai. I do have a mansion in Dubai with my 5 to 10 cars, 10 watches. I get to travel to London, Maldives, Bali, the States, wherever I want. I say these things to myself. So in my eyes, I'm already a millionaire. But anyways, us, future millionaires, it's our job to help these people that have no escape. Because 99.9% of people have a pretty stable life, right? They have the means to get out. They're just either too lazy or they don't care enough. They like being comfortable. But those people that are genuinely suffering, those in the third world countries, those who are in abusive households and relationships that they can't escape, those are the people that we should be helping with our money. Because philanthropy is an important part of being an entrepreneur and being a millionaire. And if you're able to put £100,000 to a watch, then you can put at least £10,000 to change the whole life of a single person. That doesn't necessarily have to be by donating to a charity. It could be literally by being personal, one-on-one with that person and seeing what the best thing is to help them. It could be buying them a house away from their abusive relationship that they can start over themselves. But anyways, that's all for the future. Right now for me, all I really have to think about is not even buying stuff, it's making money. And before even the making money, it's the art of being disciplined and posting every single day. I've not been the greatest at in the last few months. It's currently October, almost Christmas, less than 2 months. But if I disciplined, post 6 times every single day, constantly on the lookout for new products every week, then something has to click, something has to work. There's just no doubt about it. I just have to be focused and rigid with what I do and not allow laziness or pleasures or comforts to get in my way. And my diet's good, I'm in good shape, I'm training. Don't have to train every single day because I was very autistic with diets and training last year, so I've toned it down a bit. So I'm doing well in that, more or less keeping on top of my studies, although they don't mean that much to me, as I've said. And now I just need to be disciplined with posting every single day. And I'm here on this channel with you guys, sharing every step of the journey. Like, I don't hide anything. You're never gonna see me pretend to make loads of money when actually I haven't made anything. Everything I say is honestly completely genuine. Like, this is a great space for me to be completely open and genuine about what I feel, what I've done, what I've experienced, what I want to experience. And yeah, I don't really care what people think. Maybe some people say that I'm sharing too much, but honestly, I'm here. This is my platform to express my goals and dreams and share every step of the way, so that other people who want to as well can take some inspiration from that, whether they're also doing the same thing that I am or whether they're doing something completely different. They're also on that journey to sovereignty and to freedom, and I don't envy anyone else. If someone does better than me, there's a reason for it. They worked harder, they did it better, and I can only be envious of their discipline and then angry and frustrated at myself, because I'm in charge of my life. I'm the captain of my own ship, of my life, so if anything doesn't turn out well, then I've got myself to blame. But as I've said already, what's the worst thing that could happen? Basically, I stop doing ecom completely and then graduate. When I graduate in 2 years, get a job. I don't even know what job I would have, if I'm completely honest. Probably nothing massive. I've not put in any effort to network and find internships, connections, because that stuff doesn't interest me. But if I give up on ecom, where would I go? I honestly don't know. McDonald's, secondary school, yeah, 25k a year, 8-hour shifts a day. Yeah, and I would just probably stay there for the rest of my life. I don't know. That's probably what would end up happening. The worst scenario. But the worst scenario, if I keep doing ecom, is I have to find that same kind of job or a worse one after uni, and I still end up working on the ecom and eventually make something work. I don't know how long you could put this time span on it, but I mean, you could be doing TikTok dropshipping for 40 years, so the rest of your life, and not make any sales because you're that dumb and you do it wrong. I guess you could say that's the worst case scenario. But honestly, to be doing ecom for more than 2-3 years and not make any sales, I honestly think that's harder to achieve than making sales exponentially fast within a year or two. The only reason I haven't is because I've been changing from organic to paid ads to organic to paid ads to organic, and now I'm fully grounded in organic. That's on me. I talked about that on my 1-year review video. But you have to be a special kind of stupid to not make anything work for many years if you're not giving up. Like, 99.9% of people give up, and that's the reason why they don't make anything work. You can't be trying and not make it work. I don't believe in that. There has to be some sort of flaw in what you're doing. But anyways, I was finishing off this talk by saying that in the future it'll be our responsibilities to help those who genuinely have no way out. That's why he built that's why certain entrepreneurs give to charities, make their own charities. Iman built his own schools in Nepal and other countries. Other entrepreneurs have done other things. What I will do, I don't know. I've got some ideas. Basically, for me personally, living in the UK and growing up here, seeing loads of poverty, impoverished families, on council estates, children who are in not the best households growing up in school, being in school as a, during my part-time career as a TA and cover supervisor, seeing just how terrible the lives some kids have, and that's just something you can't change for them unless, I don't even know if money could save that, to be honest. I don't know how with money I could change it, but as I said, there's loads of things you could do with money to help people and give back. But first of all, as I said, focus on myself, focus on becoming free and disciplined. And yeah, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.